a registered nurse has been one of the challenging journeys of my life, and it was not smooth, it wasn't easy. But today I am a registered nurse, and if you're someone who is aspiring to be a registered nurse, this video is for you. Let me just break it down. So for you to write the NMCN council exams, you'd have to pass the pre-council, then there's going to be paper 1, paper 2, the Viva, and then the OSCE. So you're writing 4 examinations. For the pre-council, it's just the same way as the council examinations, right? The paper 1, the paper 2, and then the OSCE and Viva. Now, there's something very tricky about pre-council. Pre-council, for my own, the exams we wrote, right, it was harder than the council. So apparently, I think the way it's done is that another university sets the exams. So for ours, it was crazy, I'm not gonna lie, because it was NCLEX questions. So my advice to anyone that is writing their pre-council, please and please, don't just focus on NMCN, just study everything. And the thing about studying is that you're not studying to know facts, you're studying to see the way they set these questions, to know what is expected of you. So that is that about the pre-council. Read widely. This is the time now. It's January, so this is the time to start reading. For the council proper, what I did was, I think I read Bruna and Siddharth, but I'm not going to lie, I didn't read it extensively. I didn't really read textbooks, right? Then I would go on ChatGPT, give it systems and ask it to explain or give me notes on everything I need to know on those systems, and also drill me on questions. Yeah, I did that. And I paid for this site, Nursing CBT Solutions. They were so good, right? They have notes, they have questions, MCQs, past questions, and all of that. So studied with that. So those were the materials I used, right? Yes. And then 2, I ensured to do group study. Now, there's this thing we did in my group study that I'm still grateful for till today, right? We know that everybody's reading. We have council examinations, everybody's reading. So we'd meet up in a day. Everything that you read in that day, share with everybody. Because at the end of the day, there was already pressure, and then, there's no way you can visit everything. So everybody should just talk about what they read, what they learned today. It was really helpful. So group studies are really helpful. 3, third point, right? There's usually this circular on, maybe they'll tell you paper 1, read discourse, paper 2, read discourse. It did not work for us. That was not what happened at all during our own sets or during our own exams. I am part of the 2025 RNs, right? So during our examinations, it did not apply at all. We even saw few message questions. Home health care questions were a lot. And then you see these questions that have to do with diagnosing a patient, right? You should know how to diagnose patients, all the signs and symptoms of diseases or conditions. Learn those. And then questions that had to do with figures, platelets level, all these levels, RBC count, all of that. I feel like learn that well. It will get to a point where you yourself, you can already see that the time to read has passed. So just do MCQs. When it's like a month or like 3 weeks to the exam, leave reading, start doing MCQs. The reason why people always ask people, or the reason why we always emphasize on doing past questions, is past questions have this way of telling you how NMCN sets their questions. Do you understand? It helps you know how these questions are set, what is expected of you, the kind of questions that they bring out. Then ensure to focus on core nursing practice areas. You see your med surg, don't play with it. Mental health, pharmacology, community health, home health nursing, and a little bit of microbiology. So those core areas, just ensure to at least know things on them. Read those parts, read it before you go to the other parts of nursing. Then I never underestimate the power of last minute revision. You know, during the council, right, there's going to be a time for registration, there's going to be a time for attendance and all of that. If you're somebody that's smart, just observe, because a lot of people will be panicking. There'll be a lot of people just doing like revision with their friends. Just listen to those people. Do you understand? It might sound funny, but like just listen to what these people are saying. You understand? The vision they are sharing with each other. Just be quiet, observe. Yeah. For the Viva, I feel like the Viva has to do with our research. So whatever you're doing, make sure your research is top notch, because it would really give you an edge. For me, during my Viva, I was asked about my research, and I was asked to go take any model. Do you understand? So for my research, she just handed me my research and said, tell me about your research. At first, I was like, just tell you. So when she said, tell me about my research, I started from my topic, why I chose that topic, what made me choose that topic. Then I started analyzing and giving her like the results, what the outcome of my research was, what I feel like should be the recommendations. So just speak boldly. I was just speaking boldly during my Viva, just giving her, and then she was smiling. At first, I was like, bro, when I started, you were not smiling, no. But like she started smiling, she was now like giving me vibes that even her during her PhD, she actually wants to work on something like this. And I was like, yes, thank you, Jesus. Can you move on, please? And then for my model, I think I was asked to go take the model of, was it the hearts? I'm in love with the model of the hearts, so I was very grateful for that part. There was hearts, there was the model of, you know, organs, and then instruments. We know all this stuff, so just ensure to know your instruments, because they can just ask you. Me, I was very, very lucky, because she just asked me to go take whatever organ I wanted, and I went there, took it, and explained to her. But some people, they'll tell you, go and take the speculum. Speculum is chill, or they'll just tell you to go take something, and then you have to just go take it and explain, and that's your mark on the line. Do you understand? So just ensure to learn organs, learn instruments, learn bones. Yeah. Now for the OSCE, all I'm going to say is just be serious from 100 level. Do you understand? Anybody that's serious from 100 level will be able to do any procedure, because during our time we did not even hear anything. Normally, I know we used, like when they're carrying things, you'll be able to like pinpoint and say, oh, it's like, is this one? We did not see anything. Oh. But when we entered there, right, the things that were given, you just have to calm down. During OSCE, there are a lot of people that are usually panicking. Like, calm down. You were a nurse for a reason. Do you understand? So just be calm, right? Read this thing. Read it very well. Be calm. And see, I don't know why during our time there was a lot of improvisation. So just be calm. That's all I'm going to say. For the OSCE, be calm. Nothing they happen. But at the same time, be fast. We don't know how OSCE is, but when I say be calm, I mean just calm down to analyze whatever you've been given, so you know what points to give, what areas to touch, and what to do. You know, we know how OSCE is now. Do not forget to introduce yourself. Do not forget to document at the end. Do not see. You see those beginning. You know, introduce yourself, turn off the fan, hand washing, informed consent. All those things should not skip your head. A lot of people forgot to wash their hands. That one self will even annoy the examiner. Do you understand? So yeah, just ensure to study all these procedures. I think during our time they gave us bed making, cardiac bed, then health education, there was a condition like that, and then head to toe examination. So for the procedures, for the OSCE, just try as much as possible to study procedures that you've been taught from 100 level. You understand? Then last but not the least, pray. Oh Father, I know the kind of confidence and relief that prayer brought to me, so ensure to pray. Now I just made this video because I know that there are a lot of registered nurses here, future registered nurses, that you know they've not started reading. Please start reading now. Even if it's 1 hour per day, it's something. Start reading now. Call nursing areas, past questions, group study with people. Start now. Your research, start out. In fact, your research step should have been done with chapter 1, 2, 3, focusing on 4, 5 right now. To future registered nurses watching me right now, all I just want to say is counsel is beans, if I'm being very honest. Because even after all the reading, after all the things that let me even speak from my own point of view, after all the things that I read, I know that residual knowledge was really, really, really part of what made me pass these exams. Now, when people say residual knowledge, in the past, I used to think residual knowledge means don't read your book. That is the things that you know normally that will come out, so you don't need to read. That's cap. What that means is read your books. The things that you read might not come out, right? But what will come out to be something that you'd have to relate to something you've learned in the past or something that you know normally. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's the kind of exam where your residual knowledge is what would come in handy. But if you do not read, the residual knowledge do not have anything to rest on or to rely on. I don't know if that makes sense. It does make sense. So read your book, but at the same time, just be calm. You rest assured that you got this. Don't have panic attacks, just calm down. And something about council examinations is it gets overwhelming, right? It gets so overwhelming because you're like, everything from 100 level, I'll start reading. Am I sure that I got this? Am I sure that I've read everything? Even when you're entering the exam, you'll be like, am I sure that I have everything under control? Am I sure that the things that I have read are enough? You know, those kind of things, they will come through your head, I promise you. But just know that if you put in the effort, if you read, you know you've read, you've done your best, right? Because if you've not done your best, that's when you start having all these thoughts. Do your best, read extra, read well, so that you will not have to question yourself, and just be calm. These questions, most of the questions, they will even ask in order of priority. So just focus on all those things when you're reading, so that when you get there, you're just chill with it. During our own time, there were a lot of community questions that will require you to think, but you have to calm down and you'll be able to just see that, okay, this is what they're even asking for. That's chill. You pick it and then you move on. Do you understand? So yeah, future registered nurses, I wish you the best. I know that you got this. Read your book, do all you've got to do, put in your best, and heaven would do the rest for you. Bye.